Alright then, so in the last video, we saw that we could bind our mutation here to our components by using this compose method right here. So we've got a query and a mutation now bound to this component. But when we call this mutation up here by saying this.props.addBookMutation, it's running the mutation right here, but we're not passing any kind of dynamic values into these properties. So it's creating that book, but they all have empty properties, these name, genre, and author ID fields. So we need a way to take the values which are being updated in the state of this component, the name, genre, and author ID, and we need to inject those into this mutation right here. Now, fortunately, there's an easy way to do this, and that is using what is known as query variables. So after this mutation keyword, we can pass in some query variables into this query down here, right? So we can add on parenthesis right here after the mutation. And the way we do this is by doing a $, first of all, to say that this is going to be a query variable that we pass in, and then the name of that query variable. So we're going to pass in a query variable which is name, and that is going to be of type string. And we put an exclamation mark at the end to say, look, this has to be a string and not null, right? It's required. So the next one is going to be genre. So $genre to say we're passing in a variable called genre. Again, this is string, and we put an exclamation mark at the end to say this is a non-null GraphQL type, cannot be empty. And then finally, we're going to pass through another variable into this mutation, which is going to be the author ID, and that is going to be of type ID, and then required as well. So, okay, when we call the mutation, we're going to pass these variables into the mutation, right? And then when we actually call that mutation here, add book, we can access those variables. So instead of name being an empty string right now, we can say name is going to be name, which we passed in up here, right? Genre is going to be genre, like so. And then author ID is going to be author ID, right? So we're saying, okay, this mutation is going to take in some variables of these types, and then inside the mutation, we can access those variables. So when we go to add a book, we can say the name is equal to the name variable that was passed on, the genre is equal to the genre variable that was passed on, and so forth. So we're accepting variables into this mutation now. Now we just need to pass variables into the mutation, right? So let's save that for now and go back to our add book component. And we need to figure out a way to pass those query variables into the mutation. So at the minute, we're making this mutation right here. And this is where we can pass those query variables in. So if we enter an object into this function right here as a parameter, we can pass in a property called variables. And this is equal to an object. And the different variables are going to be key value pairs. So the name variable is going to be equal to this.state.name. So whatever the name is equal to at this moment in time. The same can be said for the genre. So it's going to be equal to this.state.genre. And finally, the author ID. That is going to be a variable that we pass into the mutation equal to this.state.author ID. So what are we doing now? Well, we're entering information into these form fields, which in turn is updating the state to match whatever we enter. So now these properties on the state are going to be up to date with whatever we enter or select in the form. Then when we click add, we're calling this.props.addBookMutation, which is going to pass these variables to the mutation, the name variable, the genre variable, and the author ID variable. And we're setting those values equal to whatever the state of those values is equal to at that time, right? So if we save this now, we can head back to queries and we can see that we're now getting the name, genre, and author ID as variables which we're passing into this mutation. And by the way, you can name this mutation if you want up here, like add book, you can do if you like. That's going to make no difference. I'm not going to name it for now. I'm just going to leave it like this and save it. Now I'm going to make sure that we have no errors in the consoles. No, we don't. All right. And go to the front end and refresh. So now if I try to add a new book, we'll call this one Hogfather, genre fantasy, and select the author, that is Terry Pratchett. If I press plus now, then nothing seems to happen on the front end yet. But if we open up MLab, we should be able to see that that book has now been added. Scroll right to the bottom and we can see Hogfather, fantasy, and this is the author ID. So when we've made that query now, we've successfully grabbed those variables when we've called the mutation, and we've inserted those into the add book mutation. So now this is all working. The form is hooked up, right? It's working because we're now successfully adding that data to the database. But it doesn't appear here yet. Only if we refresh is it going to appear here. So we can see Hogfather now is there because we're receiving that from the database. However, when we first added it here, it didn't automatically appear here. And what we'd like to do is for that kind of sync to occur so that when we add something to the database, this updates as well. All right. So we're going to have to take a look at how we do that in the very next tutorial.